Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my corner of the internet. My name is Jason and today we're back with some more Distant Worlds universe. Last time we blockaded and we pretty much eliminated every, we'll say, form of resistance in Diet territory. So we're now blockading the planet Drift, which is the home planet of the Diet. Now, last time I was sort of left off with this decision. Do I bombard the planet, wiping out its ground forces, which are actually at a very considerable strength, 865k, or do I bombard the planet and wipe those out, but also end up bombing the civilian population, and probably taking a massive, we'll say, reputation hit with the rest of the galaxy, or do I decide to wait for my other fleets to arrive and hope to overcome the large numbers with my troops? Because if we look at Strike Force Bravo, we have a total of 320k in strength. Strike Force Alpha is another 297, so let's just round that up to 300. We're still sitting at about 600. And then let's go ahead and take a look at what else do we have here. We got Strike Force Charlie, which is nowhere near ready to come and help us. Pirate Crushers, I'm going to be keeping over on our west side here to sort of defend and sort of serve as a, we'll say, a pirate killer slash, we'll say, a strike force for this area of space. So I'm actually thinking, you know what, let's go ahead and show off some bombardment. Now, the other empires in the galaxy are going to hate us for this. They are going to be upset with us, and it's going to hurt our reputation. So I really don't care. What we're going to do is I'm pretty sure the Acilis Major Enclave is not going to have a big problem with it, with us. They're going to be still pretty delighted with us. But the Cayadians, with their reputation being down to only at 31, they may be a little bit more put off by bombarding. So we'll have to pay them off. We'll give them like a nice big chunk of cash. Be like, here you go. And that should do the trick. So why don't we go ahead and bombard? So let's bombard the moon. Let's see what happens here. Let's take a look at the ground. So as you can see, the shots are coming down, and it's damaging the surface of the planet, because you can actually look at the quality here. It's down to 83. And our engineers have completed research in hyper slipstreaming. Awesome. So it's improved our, I believe, it's improved our, is it our current existing component Equinox jump drive. So I don't think we're using Equinox jump drives, but when we are, or if we are, they will be improved. So basically we're going to go ahead and bombard the planet until their troops, the troop strength drops down to, you know, a low enough number. At least I want to say, you know, 5, maybe 400. And looks like the Daedalus Technocracy is having an economic crisis. And the Shandars are probably upset by, you know, our, now if we look at our reputation, our dubious reputation, because of our, we'll say, our bombarding. So they're no longer trading Zentavia fluid with us. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and bomb these guys until their army is weak enough for us to go march on in and invade. Yeah, that's basically, that's what I think we're gonna do. So we're gonna go ahead and we'll speed things up just a little bit, just because I don't feel like, waiting around for too long or looking at anything else for the time being. Let's just go ahead and do this. Like, look at the year. We actually, yeah, we've got 100 years. This is, we'll say, actually, I think it happened last episode, but we've hit our 100-year, we'll say, anniversary of starting the game, and with our new leader, you know, switching over to the Way of Darkness, I think bombardment sounds like a something he would do. And let's see, our engineers have completed research in advanced beams, so that breakthrough provides the new component, Titan Beams. We'll have to take a look at that in a little bit. Character killed. Who's this? We have captured... Oh, the Hackonish Syndicate tried to do an intelligence mission against us. Well, you know, that's just, you know, further reason for war. I guess, you know, sure, why not? Any reason, right? Like I need a reason at this point. All right, so let's see. They're down to like 500k strength. They're sending in their damaged, pitiful ships to try and stop us, and they're gonna fail miserably. All right, there we go. That's good enough. All right, guys, just invade the planet now. Great Terror. I knew it! The Great Cayadian Territory has terminated any trade of Karabian spice with us. Can you guys please stop? no more bombardment. It's time for invasion. All right, go ahead and invade the planet. I need to go ahead and smooth things over with one of our allies. So they're cautious with us. And let me see. It's probably because of our poor reputation. We are now considered nasty. So let's go ahead and be like, hey guys, here, have 270 grand. And they're like, oh, okay, we're friendly with you again. No, hey, sure, yeah. It's a pretty big price, but like I said, I'd like to keep my allies. And let's see. This invasion will be over very shortly, and this will be the end of the the Diet Authority. There we go. Done. We have invaded and taken over the moon Drift, and they obviously had a ruin on their planet. So let's go ahead and investigate the ruin, and it's directing us once again to D10. We'll have to go take a look at that. All right. So the Diet Authority, their leader has been killed. And the entire planet, the entire empire has been defeated by us. And, awesome. So let's go ahead and take a look, let's zoom out really quick and take a look at our territory now. Look at this. Look at all that. Yeah. Looking good, us. Awesome. So, I guess now is a good time to start setting up, bases in this territory and, yeah, we'll say start developing this area here and getting ready for our next lovely invasion, our next war against the Hakonish Syndicate. Now, I gotta say, I'm both excited and disappointed. I'm excited because, oh wow, our cash flow is really low here. I'm excited because, prior to actually starting this playthrough, I've actually, even now, even when I've played on my own time, I have actually never completed a game of this. I've lost games, but I've never actually won a game of this, and that's actually one of the reasons why I decided to just go with normal as the difficulty level. But at this point here, it seems like it's a pretty good bet that I am going to win. What am I looking for? Troops. That's right, because I want to establish a garrison. Not on that planet, though. On the planet Drift. There you are. So we'll go ahead and strike trooper, strike trooper, strike trooper. Oh, sorry, I can't. I was trying to hold down control and click on each one, but you actually have to garrison each one individually. That's a little unfortunate. All right, so for the time being, Strike Force Bravo, why don't you just hang around in orbit here? Strike Force Alpha, you have a couple ships with no fuel. Why don't you go ahead and get some fuel? That'd be a good idea. Let's see, Strike Force Charlie. You guys are slowly making your way to a place to refuel. All right, repair and refuel. So right now my strike forces are in a very weakened state, and I'm not ready to begin any sort of offensive moves. But we can start doing, we'll say, working on our precursors, our moves building up to our next large invasion, which will be of the Hakonish Syndicate. And actually, let's go ahead and take, ooh, what was that? That just expanded out, didn't it? Did they just establish another colony? I think they may have. What is this? Strike force in our territory? Huh. I'm not so sure I like this. Economic crisis. An economic crisis in our empire has caused a massive drain of our state cash reserves. In our efforts to contain the crisis, we have lost 771,000 credits. Okay, so now we know what an economic crisis actually does to an empire. It doesn't necessarily kill your cash flow, but it does kill your cash on hand. So that sucks. At least we're still, you know, we're not in the red, as far as money goes. But I don't like this. Where's our Desolation Moon Fleet? They're all the way down here. Why are you guys down here? You guys are really damaged. Okay. You guys, go ahead and repair, and then I'm gonna have you guys come in here and destroy every ship that is trying to rebuild the Planet Destroyer. I could actually get my defensive base to... Actually, my defensive base could probably take on these frigates. Huh. Yeah, I figured Drift would have at least one rebellion. So can I order the... No, I can't. The defensive base I cannot order to fire. I need to actually give... I need to actually have I will say, a military ship come into system and initiate the fighting before the defensive base will, we'll say, engage. So I need to get the Desolation Moon Fleet in there. So you guys hurry up, go get fueled up, and get back over here. How completed is the Desolation Moon project here? We've got 116 unbuilt. It's still quite a ways away, but I don't like these guys being in my territory. It's so annoying. It's like, go away, people. Don't you see I'm trying to build a giant Death Star to kill everyone? No consideration, these people. No consideration. Alright, Strike Force Bravo. Actually, you know what? I'm not at war with anyone anymore. I don't really have to worry about losing my planets up in this system, and if I recall correctly... Yeah, this base is almost built, so... Alright, go ahead, Strike Force Bravo, you can go ahead and pull out of system. Oh! Now, all of these mining bases were Diet, but it looks like when we took over their entire empire, we gained access to their bases. Actually, it reminds me, there was one technology, I don't remember what it was now, but there was one technology that we did not steal from them. I want to know, let me see, where is it at? The Diet Authority. No, I wanted to see if we had gotten their technology, and I don't think we did. So we don't get their technology, but any of their existing bases are now ours. And because they don't have, we'll say, have a heart of their empire anymore, so those basically all get turned over to us. Oh, thank you! They're now once again giving us Karabian spice. So nice of you to come around. And what is our reputation now? We're still at dubious. We're not at nasty anymore, so that's a good sign. Let me see. What is our relationship with them? Dubious, still minus 13. Our reputation is slowly getting better. Because we're behaving ourselves, we're not going around bombarding everyone. It was just one planet, it was a one-time thing. I wanted to experiment, I wanted to show it off. Seriously, the people in this galaxy are so touchy. I don't think our great leader before, what was his name? Tiku Bendu? I think that's what his name was. I don't think he would have ever stooped as low as to bombard a planet, but at this point, you know, I just want stuff to happen. Alright, speaking of things happening, I don't know how that plays into this at all, but intelligence agents. I said I wanted to start getting ready for our moves into the Hakonish Syndicate territory, which I feel will probably be a little bit more aggressive, probably a little bit tougher than the Diet territory, but not tremendously so. So let's go ahead here and see. Hugo, can you steal research? Actually, you know what? Yeah, as far as espionage goes, let's see. Naxilian Union's probably the best target because they're easy to hit with stealing research. So maybe phaser focusing? Give them a year? Sure. As much as I would, like I said, I want to go ahead and start doing missions against them. The Naxilians are such easy targets for stealing technology that I'm just like, I've gotta. And it's good practice because then after I'm done stealing all their technology, my guys will probably be ready to rock to, let's say, steal technology of other empires. Let's see, Grey Fox, we're keeping him. Hugo Mankara, you're good at counter-espionage and not much else. We're gonna keep you there. Counter-espionage. You're also good at espionage, but... Oh, wait, corrupt. So this guy is corrupt. Kobe Callan. Gonna have to keep an eye on this guy. Oro Larant. Now you're good at psyops, and you're actually really close to getting let's say a skill up. Why don't we get you to incite a rebellion against the Hakonish Syndicate? Let's see, incite rebellion. And we'll pick maybe a small planet, 99%. That'll put you over the edge, and maybe we can start getting you doing some larger missions prior to our invasions that we're going to be doing. Alright, that sounds good. Alright, so that is good. Now, I don't remember if we've actually got any new technologies since the last time I went ahead and I retrofitted things. We'll take a look at that in a second. Right now, I'm kind of curious where we're sitting on this scale. Alright, we did obtain, I believe, 2 new continental colonies, so that brought us up to, we'll say, 12% on that progress. We're still sitting at, we'll say, 47% overall, we'll say, towards our victory threshold. So we're a little bit more than half the way there. I suspect we will get there relatively easily. Territory, we are definitely ahead, but the Great Meridian Alliance is proving to be a decent, we'll say, rival. Our economy is, wow, much less than the Tekin Corporation. Strategic value? Yep. Military strength? Yep. So, you know, even though we seem to be ahead, I feel like economy and economy-wise, the Tekins are actually really strong economy-wise. But they don't have the military strength, so we could sort of steamroll them. However, let's see, what are their relationships? They may have some, you know, a bunch of allies, so you can't just look at just them anymore. Now I need to start considering, you know, they are friends with the Raldan Corporation, who I'm not really afraid of. Who are the Raldans? They are over here. They're on the other side of the Nexilian Union. What the heck? Sorry about that. My, I don't know, my media player decided to just turn on and start playing music, so. Alright. So yeah, Raldan Corporation seems to be a rather large, faction over here on the other side of the Nexilians. Let me see, what's their combined military strength? Tekins are pretty tough, and the Raldan Corporation is way down here. Working together, I'd put them maybe about here. So yeah, they're about as tough as the Great Meridian Alliance, I would say. Working together. Great Meridian Alliance has, wow, they are allied with Kenrith Prime, Wakaris Federation, and the Kaedian Territory. If we engaged in all-out war against the Meridian Alliance, like if we declared war on them, we would have a very rough time. We don't want to be declaring war on them. If they declare a war on us, that's one thing. But we don't want to be declaring war on them. We'll that would be very messy. If there's one team out there right now that would really bloody us, that could really knock us back, it would be these guys. So we need to keep an eye on them. Now I think I may have been misreading that the coordinates, because I kept saying D10, but when I'm looking over here under D10, I don't see any pulsing indicator showing that I might have information there. However, when I look over at O, which, you know, it definitely looks like at O11, I do have this sort of pulsing little, we'll say, indicator, and I'm thinking that that's probably where I need to go and investigate. So I'm going to go ahead and grab one of my exploration ships. Let's see, where are you situated? Humble Courage. You seem to be full of fuel and way up here in Meridian Territory. No, you're a little too far away. We're gonna go ahead and try to find someone maybe who's a little bit closer. The Eyes of the Desolation Moon. No, thank you. Desolate Whim. Alright. This one is going to head to refuel. So what I'm thinking of doing is maybe after the Resolute Whim is completed, you know, after they've done they're finished refueling. So I'll click refuel. Then I'm gonna go ahead and queue next mission. Move to no, not the Daedalus system. Right there. Move. Queue next mission. Move. Huh. So when you queue a mission, you can't give extremely, we'll say, accurate coordinates by the looks of things. So let's. Oh no. Just refuel. I'll deal with that later. After you're refueled, I'll give you the order. Touchy ships. Alright, let's see. Our new colony governor named Mishku Obaria has appeared at Aruvua. That's a fun-sounding name. So let's see. Colony governor, where are you at? Right there we go. Let's see what you've got. Troop recruitment rate, maintenance, trade income, and colony happiness. And Aruvua. I don't even know where that planet is. I want to go see it. Go ahead and see if that's the best planet for him to be on. Let's see, an ice moon. It's right there. Actually, it's kind of right in the middle of our territory. I'm not sure. It's good for we'll say troops, right? He's both good for troops and trade income. Ooh, trade income. What if we were to slap? What if we were to throw him on the planet Was it? It wasn't Gazuria 1. The one with the or Zendabia fluid. That's Isian Prime, right? Or let's go ahead and take a look here. Isian Prime 1, I believe, is the one that has the Zendabia fluid, and it does not have a colony governor. So, if we were to put him on that planet, let me take a look here. Where are you at? Colony happiness is already pretty great. But the quality is so terrible. I feel like we'd be losing out on a lot of money. Like, sure, we could tax them more, you know, because we're taxing them at 0 right now. But the population is so low. I feel like what we could do is we could throw him on a planet with maybe greater happiness, or we'll say a greater population. Make them really happy with his colony happiness skill, and then jack their tax rate up to really get a lot of money out of them. So as much as I'd like to do this planet here, just because, you know, I like the idea of the trade income, I think we need to find another one of our planets that might have, we'll say, some really decent, some really good resources on it. I need to figure out where is most of my, we'll say, good resources coming from. Where are the most of my decent resources coming from? Like, this here is Earth. It's kind of right here. I'm not too sure how to check how much, we'll say income an individual planet makes from, let's say, trade. I'll have to take a look at that. Now, I'm noticing a couple planets here have actually a -2K to revenue. And that's one, it's probably because they're not being taxed at all. But two, no, that's probably the main thing. It's probably because of the low quality of the planet. Now, this one here actually has a hidden pirate base, and they've actually established the pirate base. I don't like that. How many troops do I have on this planet? I have no troops on this planet whatsoever. Wow. Okay, well, let's go ahead and recruit a couple troops for the time being, and then we'll go ahead and take that over. And if these guys fail, then, like I said, we're probably gonna, well, not like I said, but we'll probably have to take one of our strike forces over there and just wipe that off the planet. But yeah, while we're on the screen, let's go ahead and take a look at the tax rates. Now, the penal colony we had taken over, they're actually doing rather well. They're happy. Let's see, we've got a +24, pretty low corruption, and, you know, they're growing, they're thriving. So I'm actually thinking, let's go ahead and start, yeah, let's give you a 2% tax rate. We're going to start making some money off of you guys. These guys here as well. Yeah, jump you up to about 3%. Elects 1. Wow, that's still developing rather well. I'm not sure if I want to jack up the taxes too high just yet. But then again, my cash flow is sitting at 40 grand. And I'm wondering, yeah, I probably do want to, we'll say, disband some of my troops. But at the same time, I don't want to, because I know I'm about to start, we'll say, my reign of conquest again across the Hakana Syndicate territories. So let's go ahead and bring you up to about 10% at least. 30 is my cap. I don't really want to tax anyone higher than 30 necessarily, so we will leave that one be for the time being. Drift, you're still getting over the fact that you were just conquered, so we'll leave you be for for now. Ancient Prime, let's go ahead and actually, you're growing quite a bit. 10%. And Bastini Major 1, let's bring you up to 15. Wow, Rezu, you're maxed out. It's time for you to pay your taxes. I'm gonna put you up to 20%. And you should still be happy, right? Yeah, they still have a +23. And let's see, Planet MC Hammer, you're also maxed out in population, so let's go ahead and bring you up to 20% as well. And you're not quite maxed out. I'll leave you at 15 for now. I don't want to increase my taxes across the board too much. I would like to eventually get, actually, Blue Planet tax. Let's put it at 40%. I'm actually going to bring that up by 1%. They can take the tiny hit of like a -1. They're still at +38 for their happiness. So now I'm hoping that will bring my cash flow at least closer to positive. With my bonus income, I am making money, which is good. But I like to have my cash flow. Yeah, there we go. At least a little bit better than what it was. -40 is pretty bad. If something unexpected and bad happens, then you know, then I'm in trouble. I don't like to be running the red too often, because you know, it's fine if you're just sort of sustaining, but let's say someone declares war on us, or something like that, then we have a problem. I like this. I was looking through the, you know, the diplomacy screen here, and I'm like, well, these guys are my next target. I wanted to see if they had any allies, right? I didn't want anyone coming to their aid immediately. And I'm actually looking at this. I'm like, wow, they're actually at war with 3 other empires. These guys are actually going to be crushed fairly soon. And then I started thinking about them, like, oh crap, that means that there's a good chance that another empire may try to take some of their planets. I'm like, I need to basically call dibs. I need to get in there quick and take what I want. Otherwise, you know, I'm gonna have to fight another empire for it. Pirates, a pirate escort. I don't even have time for this. Let's see. Ooh, pirate. Actually, I don't even have a base in this system. Really? That is peculiar. I think it's because of the pirate attacks I wasn't able to get one established. Huh. Well, looks like Strike Force Alpha is ready to rock. So let's actually go ahead and, actually, this looks like Strike Force Bravo is currently loading troops. Strike Force Charlie is still repairing, that's alright. And the Pirate Crushers, let's go ahead and put them in orbit around here. They, some of them are not at full fuel, but they should, they're relatively close, so they should, yeah, they're just up here, so they should be able to, we'll say, fly cover while I get a base established up there. Now, I had given the Desolation Moon Fleet a little while to go ahead and, wow, retrofit and repair and refuel and all that stuff, and they're still, where are they situated? I need to select them, because they are taking a little bit longer than I would like. So let's see, select fleet. Where are you guys? Okay, so now, I guess they were just hanging out around there, so they're gonna fly up here, get refueled, and then I'll fly them over here and destroy some other things. What have we got here? Oh, a Gazarian construction ship. Alright, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that for now. So, Strike Force Alpha is prepped. Strike Force Bravo is ready as well. They're just loading up some troops. And I'm seeing the strength go up right now, so, what have we got here? What planet do we have? Kuwok 4. It looks to be fairly low, population-wise. So I actually think Strike Force Alpha should be capable of, taking this. Whoa, what was this? We have encountered a new empire in the Jantuar system, the Kaidan Empire. This empire is predominantly, hold up. This empire is predominantly composed of Kaadians, our distant relatives. They may be favorable toward any treaty with us. Back up. What have we... Oh, what have we got here? It looks like we may have had a separation between the Kaadian territory and the Kaadian Empire. It looks like we've got a wow, like a rebellion type thing, like a civil war type thing has broken out. So they have gone ahead and they've sort of seceded from the Great Kaadian territory. Huh. That's cool. I was waiting for something like this to happen. I always find it so cool when this happens in the game. Alright, so we have an entirely new empire has sort of sprung up. That's cool. Maybe I'm not sure if we will be developing, we'll say, relations with them necessarily, but let's see, how do they feel about us? They're angry with us. They don't like our reputation. They want our resources. Our ignorance of your strange alien ways causes us to distrust you. So basically, they're being treated like a completely brand new empire. We just need to give them some time, and then we may be able to smooth things over with them. However, I'm kind of waiting. I'm kind of curious to see what happens between them and the Great Kaadian territory. If they're actually going to start fighting, or if they're going to be able to have sort of a we'll say a civil separation. We'll have to keep an eye on that to see what happens over there. That's cool though. That is very, very cool. So, what I was doing before that happened is I was getting ready to grab Strike Force Alpha and Strike Force Bravo once they're done loading troops and flying on into Hakonish Syndicate territory and taking their planets. Because I want their planets. I probably should, because they're at war with other planets, I want to prioritize the one that has where is that? The one resource that I really want, the Loros fruit. There it is. Is that a marshy planet? Yes, it is. Right there, the planet Loros. Population is really high on that. Oh, I guess we have a ship in system. That's why we're able to see their ground report. They don't have a whole lot of troops on the ground, though. And we've got special forces and stuff. So if I can get, let me see. Oh, do I have, I can't tell. Can I expand this out a bit? So I've got 4 infantry, 3 planetary defense units, and 2 armored, but I can't see if I have any special forces. I don't think I do on Strike Force Alpha. So I will likely need Strike Force Bravo, who does appear to be ready to go. Huh. Okay. So Strike Force Bravo, why don't you come on over to this planet here, Kuiper Major 2, and refuel over here. So refuel all ships over here, and then you'll be ready to begin your invasion. I want to get going. I want to declare war and just get started, but it's not time yet. It's not I'm not prepared. I would be sort of jumping the gun. Why don't I get Strike Force? Oh, this is the Pirate Crushers. My bad. Strike Force Charlie. Actually, you guys look ready to go. I'm gonna get you to load up any troops you can get your hands on, and get you prepared for war. So I'm going to be getting my 3 main strike forces ready for war. I believe we got the Pirate Crushers in this system, the Nemban Junction. There we go. And as such, we'll go ahead and start building up some, like a spaceport and some defenses there. All right, so I'm thinking... get the troops loaded up, get everyone in position, and next time we are going to go ahead and actually declare war on the Hakon Syndicate. I'm also very curious as to what's transpiring over here. It's kind of cool, actually, with how big. It's actually only one planet, isn't it? Because if you look at the sphere of influence, and they've got other small planets. The Canadian territory still has their some planets within this territory. This is really only one planet that has left. It's a rather large planet. Wow, that is... but they don't really have anywhere to expand to unless they declare war. So I suspect that, yeah, things are going to happen here. Both factions have some strained relationships. The difference, though, is the Canadian territory, one is larger. They have the military that would probably... Yeah, military strength of only 179. Canadian territory could definitely take that planet back. But they also have a lot more allies than the Canadian Empire. So I'm not sure if this, like I said, this rebellion type scenario or the seceding scenario, whatever, will stand. Anyways, like I said, or as I alluded to a little bit earlier, we're gonna have to end things here because I am out of time. So we're gonna go ahead and save this as, oh, I don't know, LP 40, because it's after our 40th outing. Yeah, so if you like the video, you like the content, and you would like to see more of it, go ahead and give the video a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, leave it a thumbs down. Either way, let me know what you thought in the comment section, and until next time, I'd like to ask you all to game on.